when it was Chinese New Year and all the firecrackers would go off, and we would try to find the duds that fell off, and then we would tape them onto our model airplanes and helicopters and stuff,
blow them up,
and then try to create like a fuse. Yo, we was just blowing our old.
Whoa, dude, there's a lot of parallels to it.
I'm starting to understand how you've turned out.
Dude, what the bro? What the
Welcome back, everybody, to another amazing episode of The Careful Boys. Hey, yeah.
Damn, that's pretty sick. Whoa, that's a
large hand.
I heard you guys are trying to sell me off.
No,
never.
So not sell. Win you versus arm wrestling or auction you off to fundraise.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. To save the company.
A date with Kalyne, nice and innocent.
Yeah, that's not what Steve said.
What did Steve say?
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, Steve. He probably.
He's crazy. Steve just says whatever the he wants to say.
We don't.
We know Steve speaks for me, so.
Yeah.
What did Steve say?
He said marry, you get
He
married.
said I would go all the way. No
Yep.
questions asked.
Whoa.
You know,
Is that what he said?
once Steve says it, it's pretty much true.
I will. For you guys, I will.
Gonna fund our move.
JK fundraiser.
Do need wallpaper and stuff. We got a loud clap.
Buy Kalyne's virginity.
Yeah, my virginity.
Damn, I can't do that.
Comment below if you want to participate.
It actually hurts, but I practiced that as a kid because I wanted to be obnoxious. You gotta go like this, and then there's an air pocket.
Oh, I feel it. I don't want to do it though.
Our viewers are gonna love
That
this.
sounds flat. It sounds ugly.
Yeah. Well,
That just sounds like sex.
Does it?
Sounds like boring ass sex.
why'd you say it like Forrest Gump? Mine just sounds like
Sex.
So, what's a childhood toy that you wanted so badly, but there was no way in hell your parents were gonna buy you?
This.
Till this day.
Dude, super soakers, bro.
Everything.
The Lego.
Or like Nerf guns, like seeing those commercials having the big fucking like my parents would be like, fuck no, you're not getting
Those
that.
blow up things that you can punch.
Sock and bop-ems?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, they knew you were gonna fucking
Yeah.
knock somebody out.
Would want a sock and bop.
My brother and I both wanted those. But then it would be mayhem.
The sickest thing I always saw kids have, and I just knew there's no way we could afford it. But I'm like, man, if you had one of these and fucking had it made, was Power Wheels.
Bro, Power Wheel.
I had one.
You did? Dude, I'd be like, dude, that guy had it fucking made, man.
I got the hand-me-down one. Like the one that we had just didn't work at the house.
Like you had to pedal it?
Yeah, you like push off the floor. By the time like it came to me, it was like my sisters played with it, and then it was mine had like no battery. It just didn't work.
I had the ATV one.
Oh, what's
All right, dude. I just said I didn't have one. You rubbed it in my face.
It wasn't new.
Oh, okay. I feel better now.
Yeah.
It was used? Somebody gave it to you? Some bought it for
No, my parents always had like really well-to-do friends, and then when they like moved to Japan, they would just give us or he would buy stuff from them or whatever. So we got lucky. But my ultimate that I never got, and I think I'm gonna save up and get one day, is the Lego Pirate.
What is it?
The big one, the big ship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was able to get the small one. I saved up hella money and I begged my parents to like take me to Toys R Us. And I remember it was like $50 or something. It was a lot back then.
Dude, that is a lot.
Yeah. But you know the little one, right? But then there's the main, the Jolly Roger. Like that's the one I wanted. But yeah, I never got that one.
Now you can.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? You gonna build it?
Where are you gonna put it?
In that case.
Yeah.
Dude, put it right there, yeah. That'd be sick. I never got a skateboard because my mom always thought it was too dangerous. Like you're gonna break something as a kid.
Oh really?
But she gave us like bikes.
Have you ever broken a bone before?
No, but I did fall and like scrape shit a lot. But luckily never broke anything. I probably would have broke something on a skateboard though.
Skateboard will fuck your shit up. Skateboards are
I
brutal.
wanted a easy bake oven.
Oh,
and
that's so sick.
And then I got it. And then I made stuff in it. And I was like, this shit's whack.
You're like, I'd rather use the regular
I was
oven.
like, this shit's whack and it tastes like shit.
Oh.
Do you
Just
use
like
real
Play-Doh.
ingredients for it, or how does that work?
I think so. They like comes with like
Its own
specific ingredients for the thing.
You mix
But the commercials
mix
were
the-
so
yeah.
good though.
Yeah, yeah.
They sold the fuck out of
mix
those.
the three goos together.
Just like Play-Doh.
It turns
That's
into a
what I remember.
muffin.
I wanted a Stretch Armstrong.
What's that? The stretchy toys.
You remember that?
Dude,
toy that
Stretch
you literally could
Armstrong.
just super stretch, and then it would stay stretched because it had whatever thing inside of it.
Yeah.
And then if you like pressed a button or something, it would like come back together.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest shit. I don't know.
That was like a hot selling toy for a
Yeah,
while.
it was
It was everywhere.
weirdly popular.
I used to always think, who the fuck would want one of these? I used to think that as a
Yeah,
kid.
this loser right here.
I used to be like, this is fucking lame. You can't do no action moves with that.
That's fine. You know what else I really, really wanted though? I was just warming up because I didn't want to give like what I really wanted right away. But on the Power Wheels tip, when they came out with the Jurassic Park Jeep, that was fucking sick.
That's sick.
But it was that was so far outside of my parents could give me anything that I didn't even dream of it. I was just like,
Must be nice.
Anything that's brand name was out of my stratosphere. That's too crazy.
yo, they had Transformers, and I just always wanted Transformers because like one, Cars was already cool. But two, if you could turn it from a car into a robot and then back and shit, like
It's 2 for 1.
sick.
That was one of my main toys that I would
No, it's
play
my toy.
with.
It's my toy.
The little ones.
Transformers.
But I always
didn't
wanted
you-
the big.
If you got them all, didn't you make the?
No.
No, you couldn't do Voltron.
Some of them could.
No, that's
not all of
Voltron.
them. Yeah. some Transformers would let you combine it.
You could do that with Voltron, or you could do that with the Megazord for Power Rangers.
Oh.
Damn, that was
I
the
always
gas
wanted like a Nintendo or Sega Genesis.
You never had a game system?
I got a Chinese Nintendo. The one,
What games did that play?
it's like
Like
one of
math.
those- Yeah, there's like
Tetris.
I'll have like 100 games on it, but they're all bootleg versions though. It's like fake.
It's like Cat Mario.
Fake Shinobi, fake fucking all that weird shit.
Did you have friends who have the consoles?
Yeah.
So you would just go to their houses?
Yeah, they would come to my house like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I know.
Dude, I wanted the Nintendo glove. Remember the glove?
Oh heck yeah, that was crazy.
Crazy.
Yo, there were so many accessory toys. Even
Yeah.
for Duck Hunt, they had like the gun and stuff.
Yeah.
Duck Hunt. I'm like right up on that TV.
I love Duck Hunt. Yeah, we all did it. Pop, pop,
The
pop.
dog comes with a duck in its mouth.
Yeah.
I never had a PlayStation.
Me neither.
Kick your fucking ass, dude.
Like when it was out, my cousins had it. I was like, damn, we're still on the whatever the older one was.
N64.
N64, yeah. So the graphics wasn't as cool. Well, as the PlayStation 2. I
No,
think.
yeah, it was PlayStation,
Yeah.
then N64, then
Yeah,
PlayStation
yeah.
2.
I never had a PS2, PS1. I never had those.
You know what I did have that I thought was pretty fucking sick? So my parents didn't really let me have toys, but anything that they thought was productive, I got to have. So like I was really into kung fu, so I had all kinds of weapons.
That's so cool.
Nunchucks. I had a real broadsword that I would chop my front yard tree with. Like it's not the wiggly kind.
Oh shit.
Like I had like a real fucking broadsword.
The sheep pan sound?
I had the fucking what are those things called again? The
the sticks? Yeah.
Tonfas?
Yeah, tonfas. I had like all kinds of weapons because I think in my parents' mind it's like, oh, this is for like his kung fu thing. So I had all kinds. I had ninja
So he
stars.
cut the tree in the front.
Ninja Stars for skill building is crazy.
I had ninja star. I didn't even learn ninja stars in kung fu, but I'm like, oh,
this is
I need
Japanese,
this. I
but-
didn't practice this. So all right, fine, let's get 2 of those.
He had like the fucking the chain knife thing.
Oh,
Where he's like lying on the floor.
Yeah.
I did learn that. I learned a little bit.
That looks real. That looks so real.
And then I was like, how would you actually use this? And then when Scorpion came out, I'm like, oh, that's the same shit. It's the same concept. Like, get over here.
The dagger.
Yeah. I'm like,
My version of that was to skip it.
Oh,
Yeah.
skip.
Skip it was the one.
That shit was a challenge. My brother and I would have challenges who could get the highest number.
that's the original step counter, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like that's such a smart toy.
It's such a smart toy.
Gets kids tired out.
Skip it, man.
It was better than a hula
And
hoop.
then you have your child in one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's so true.
Let's bring
Stay
those
right
back.
there.
Yeah, you stay there and play.
It's like the yo-yo. You just right here. Damn. I
Yeah.
feel like we had a good childhood. I feel like compared to the.
We
kids
just had no
now.
phones.
Yeah, but we had some
We
creativity.
played with toys. We played with stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely remember having to use my imagination a lot with like the Transformers. I'm like, all right, you guys are gonna fight these guys, and then fucking.
Dude, I would play with action figures and I would do like fight scenes all the time. I would just choreograph stuff. This guy's gonna win. This guy's gonna save the
The
day.
next level thing to me was like not toys, but going over someone's house where their dad was crafty and the next level shit they would do for like tree houses or like I remember one time this one family had the ton of cardboard boxes but made it into a massive like castle fort situation that all the kids could run around.
Wow.
And it was the whole living room, 2-story house, and it's like huge ceilings, right? So they made like a big thing out of it, and I'm like, that is so cool. And I'm like, man, how come you can't do that, Dad?
Yeah, that would be sick, man. Yeah, I've always wanted a tree house too when I was little.
Treehouse was, that's how you know, like, dude, Bart Simpson has one, but some of these kids, their parents are like, they'll build like a whole thing out, and you're just like, that's so cool. How does that even
Even
work?
a little box on top of a tree with a ladder would have been sick.
yeah.
Just like going up there.
Yo, I remember the first time I got a BB gun. My mind was
What kind was it? Is it
it was a
airsoft
pump.
or the
it was the silver.
metal ball?
It was the metal ball. It was like a
copper
rifle.
one?
Yeah, you pump it. And it was and I remember I was like, yo, this is so crazy. I have one of these. And then I started shooting shit around the house. I was shooting everything on the outside. And I shot a squirrel for the first time, and I felt so bad. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. I felt
Did it get hurt?
it got hit and it scurried away, and I just felt like, oh, I didn't like that. That made me feel some type of way. Or I'm gay, dude.
Or you're super gay.
They made fucking slingshots, and they were using like little pebbles at first. So I was like, oh hell yeah, you just pick up rocks and like shoot shit. And then one day this dude came out and they got really good, and I started getting really good too. And then one day this dude pulled out a Ziploc bag and he had little bolts and nuts.
Oh.
And then we were like, okay, cool. And then we started shooting birds on like power lines.
Oh my God.
And dude, watching like a bird get like feathers going,
Yeah.
and then it just falling, and
You're
just, it's different.
I'm a monster.
You got addicted to that feeling?
Nah.
Then you started going for bigger animals.
Reality hits, bro.
It's also one of those things that when you do it too, you feel like you're in trouble. Like something
for
really
real.
wrong happened.
Something bad is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time my dad was teaching me how to use it. And you do the thing where you actually point it. He's like, hey, what the fuck? Don't point that at me. Like, teaching me trigger discipline or whatever the fuck. I mean, practice proper gun safety. And then when I shot that thing, I was like, oh,
I get it.
I see. This isn't just a toy
One
anymore.
of the stupidest things I ever did was, so like I had airsoft Beretta I got from Taiwan. And then my other friend, he had like a regular like that kind of you pump up pellet gun.
We shoot each other.
No, he was like, what it's always like what someone else has you think is cool. So I was like, you want to trade? Oh hell yeah, let's trade. And then now I have the rifle. He has the airsoft gun, and I think I was watching maybe Terminator. Does Terminator have a sawed-off shotgun or something?
Oh yeah.
Where you like twist it.
Where, he's on the bike.
Yes, sick.
I saw the off the fucking rifle. But then the thing is, like, now you can't really aim with it. And then because it's still technically a toy, it's not like a real solid stock, like made out of wood. Yeah. So after you saw it, it's like sawing this in half. Like half of it is just hollow. So when you hold it, it's like pressing into your. I was like, "Fuck! Why did I do that? Now I can't even glue it back together, and I can't even trade for my airsoft gun back." I just sawed it for no reason. God damn it!
But that was the vibe, though. You were like, dude, that sawed-off shotgun's sick.
Fuck! I didn't know it was gonna be hollow on the inside.
It's Terminator 2's fault, bro. No matter what toy I had as a kid, my favorite thing, no matter what, was going to my dad's shed and looking at all like the flammable chemicals and being like, how am I gonna set this pit on fire? I'd like made a little fire pit in our backyard, and I would just like try to set things on fire. I don't know what this is. It's like spray paint. This has the flam. I would look for the flammable sign.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Kids
And
love shit
I would just like figure out things to burn in the backyard. My mom would be like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm just hanging out over here. I'm not doing anything. I'll play basketball. But clearly I have a little hole and I'm just like throwing shit in there. And then I would try to cover it up, and my dad would be outside. He would step and fall in it. He's like, "What the fuck? You just digging holes around?" And I'm just like,
It's such kid shit. Dude, my brother and I, we were throwing rocks at our neighbor's house.
had it coming.
Yeah, kind of actually. And the dad comes out and he's like, "Hey, stop throwing rocks at our house." And my brother and I, like, we're on my patio, which is leveraged above the house. And we're like, "We're not throwing rocks." And my brother drops a rock. I was just like, fuck. And then my mom comes upstairs. She comes up to the patio and she's like, "You two have been so good today. Let's go get ice cream." And we're just like, fuck. Like,
Did you feel so guilty?
so guilty. Like we were
While
both
you're licking
eating-
your ice cream, you're like,
we were both eating our ice cream super slow. We're like, oh fuck, like just worried that, like, you know, he's gonna come over to our house and be like, "Hey, your kid's been throwing rocks at our house."
Did he ever come by?
No.
For some reason, it's back on the Super Soaker thing, because that was obviously all the rave back then. If we would walk into like a store that had Super Soakers, you're like, "Oh, please, 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 please." It's always like, no, it's not even like a consideration.
Yeah.
Just like, no, right?
You know what I have to do now? Because I just know it's gonna come and it could go any store. He's gonna want something. We're going in here to get this. We're not getting anything else.
Oh.
I always have to
Reframe it.
brief. Because we can go into a fucking gas station, like, "Can I have the apple salad?" Or like, whatever, anything. I'm like, dude, I'm literally just need to go in and out. I have to grab something in and out.
He likes Abba Zaba?
Just random shit.
Dad, I want the rhino
That's
pelt.
old timey candy.
Dude, I'll go
Yeah.
in Lowe's to get something real quick, and he'll come up with something like, "Oh, can I have that race car on the side?" I didn't even know they sold race cars at Lowe's.
For that reason, yeah. For that reason.
But then the thing is, I realized later on, because if I wanted a Super Soaker, it wasn't gonna happen. But when we would go to like Chinatown and you would get these like janky, you know, the clear small little water glasses.
Oh yeah.
With a little pump on top, you're like,
It's like, okay, cool, yeah, I'll get you that, and you're like, dude, I'm gonna get made fun of.
you're like, "Mom, this is what doesn't have the backpack with the water on
Where's
it."
the bag? How am I gonna pump it? This like, look, this kid, you just sit in the bathtub to fill it up. You know?
Yeah, the little spout.
Plug.
That water on a hot summer day. Like, I'm so there.
Oh,
But
that's
it's just-
something. Yeah.
You don't think it's about money.
not.
You think it's about like, dude, like, why didn't I deserve this?
Why are you depriving me of my
Totally,
joy?
it's money.
Yeah. Because they were fucking expensive. They're like $100 a pop, some of them.
You guys remember like being like an elementary kid, and then the things that teenage geeks are into, you think it's so sick, right? Like the things that you would make fun of when you're a teenager of the nerds, when you're like 6 or 7, it's fucking sick. Like I went over this one kid's house, and in his room it was a whole World War II reenactment.
Whoa.
Like he had airplane like on fishing string, just like fighting each other in the sky, and then his whole bedroom's like he had like war coming, like a tank and all that. And I was like, dude, this is like next level. And at that point I was like, I gotta go to the hobby store and I gotta get like the same shit, and I wanted to paint and do this stuff. And then looking back, I'm like, yeah, but that's like a autistic person with a obsession with toy trains. But when you're that age, you just think that nerd stuff is like so freaking cool.
Dude, I did model cars and planes, and it was really, really fun until when I got a little bit older. Me and my cousin, when it was Chinese New Year and all the firecrackers would go off, and at the grocery stores or whatever, like our moms would go into the grocery store and we would try to find the duds that fell off, and then we just stole a bunch that would still work, and then we would tape them onto our model airplanes and helicopters and stuff,
Blow 'em up.
and then try to create like a fuse. Yo, we was just blowing the shit. When we spent hours building these things, but then when you're older, you don't give a fuck. You're like, it's not cool.
You're a maniac.
How do I blow it up?
That's cool.
Whoa, dude, there's a lot of parallels to it. You know what I'm talking
I'm
about.
starting to understand how we've turned out.
I definitely had like a blowing up stuff phase for sure. It was mostly.
Oh shit.
Dude, what the hell, bro? What the fuck?
That makes so much sense.
She should have got me the Super Soaker.
I know.
It's your origin story.
It was innocent.
One of my favorite pastimes was blowing up planes with my cousin.
But he really wanted the Super Soaker.
Build them first.
His name was Mohammed.
Damn.
You're like, if I had a super soaker right now, I could have put it out though, but the fire can't be put out.
Fuck it. It's just manifested.